Okay, lana sinani sinama-sequence and series. My-sequence and series, we are going to begin with the first one, which is called an arithmetic sequence. Now, arithmetic sequence in a tendency because from grade 10 it was called a linear. Okay, and we knew that a linear has the first common difference. But like grade 12 again, so so number one, we have A wethu somenza abe yini, abe first term. This is the first term. Okay, so we let A being the first term, then we let ubani D being the first common difference. Okay, okusho ukuthi now sosebenzisa lamathemu amabili. Okay, now sifuna ukubhala lento yethu kodwa sifuna ukuyibhala in terms of ama-terms and a number pattern. Okay, for example, I have T1, I have T2, I have T3, I have T4, and I have T5. Okay, and so on and so on. Okay, now let's back. Sithethe na i-first term yethu izoba ubani, izoba u-A. So u-A is our first term. Kusho ukuthi u-first term yethu fanele i-interact noma yenzekeleni i-add u-D ukuze sithole i-second term yethu. Okusho ukuthi i-second term yethu sothi A plus ubani u-D. Khumbula ukuthi these are not like terms, hence ingakho sothola u-A plus D. Okay, now khumbula ukuthi u-D uyafana yonke indawo, so shuthi ngino-D la. So from here to here I must add u-D. Okay, uma ngithi A plus D plus u-D kuba ubani, o-D sebababili. Now that means I will have A plus 2D. Okay, then if I add D again, that means now o-D sebazoba ngaki-ke manje, sebazoba 3. So I will have A plus 3D. Okay, then lapha ku-term number 5 again, what will I have? No D la, then I have plus. So that means ngizo-add u-D laphayana. So sengizoba nobani no A plus 4D. Okay, now ubheka i-trend noma i-sequence noma indlela ebehave ngayo le sequence isitshela something. Lana ngino-1 kodwa anginayo D, lana ngino-2 ngino-1 la, lana ngino-3 lana ngino-2, lana ngino-4 kodwa ngino-3, ngino-5 kodwa ngino-4, kanjani. That means our general term here, our general term should be given by Tn is equals to uA ukhona yonke indawo, plus asazi lana ukuthi kungaba nani kodwa fanele kube no D. Kusho ukuthi uma ngathi mina u-n minus 1 bese ngiyoyi-check-a lento yami, sami ngizoyi-check-a, check-a la eceleni. So uma ngithi term number 1, that means ngizoba no A plus open bracket 1 minus 1 times ubani u-D. 1 minus 1 is 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0, ngithola A. Therefore, term number 2 is equals to A plus into 2 minus 1 times u-D. Futhi le nto izoba ubani manje u-A plus ubani u-D, because u-2 minus 1 u-1 loyo. Then sibe no term number 3. Ubani term number 3? A plus 3 minus 1 times u-D, which is equals to u-A plus ubani u-2D. Okusho ukuthi ngempela iyakwazi ukusebenza because now lama-term sike sawenza thina siyawathola. So this is our general term. Okay, now asike siqhubeke-ke kancane. So kusho ukuthi uma kuyi-general term yethu lena sesiyazi ukuthi okay, going forward we are going to use this general term to find whatever we are looking for. Okay, now asike sibheke. Okay, bengifuna ukunciphisa lokho sibe nako lapha ya. Now let's continue. Let's say now I have, for example, ubane, I have 1 comma 4 comma 7 comma 10. Okay, now imbuzo izoma kanjani ke? Izothi number 1, write down, sorry, write down the next 2 terms. So ama-terms amabili engizowabhala aqhamukaphi la? Aqhamuka ekutheni ngikwazile ukuthi ngibheke kanje, bheke kanje. But asike sibheke-ke, ngibheka kanjani uma ngibheka kanje? Kusho ukuthi into efanele ngiyi-understand ukuthi sinanto ekuthiwa u-D. Esithe laphayana u-D is a common difference. Siyithola kanjani yonke lento le? So it's term number 2 minus u-term number 1. Okulinganayo no term number 3 minus term number 2. Asike sibheke. Uma ngithi term number 2 ngikhuluma ngo-4 minus 1 equals to 7 minus 10. Oh, sorry. Angisithi term number 3. So term number 3, it is 7 minus 4. Okay, now let's check. 4 minus 1, that will give us 3. 7 minus 4, that will give us 3. So hence we approve Wutim. For us to find any difference, we must use this formula. Okay, now let's find the next 2 terms. That means ukusuka la kuza la ba-eda ngo-3, basuka la beza la ba-eda ngo-3, basuka la beza eda ngo-3. Okusho ukuthi iterm elandelayo so eda ngo-3 asambe 10. Kusho ukuthi u-term 1 2 3 4. Kusho ukuthi term number 4 uzolingana no-10 plus 3 okuwubani? Okuwu-13. U-term number, so term number 5, no, not term number 4, it's term number 5. Okay, term number 6 naye uzoba ubani? Uzoba u-13 plus 3 okuwubani loyo? Okuwu-16. Ukusho ama-term abawadingayo mabili ubani? U-13 no-16. That was the first question. Okay, now let's check the second question. Okay, now now the second question will ask us of something similar again. Okay, but now isisitshela ngani ke manje yona? Isizositshela nge-general term. Okay, asambe yona izothi now determine the what? The nth term. Ingabizwa with nth term or general formula or general term or the rule. Okay, now how do I determine it? Number 1, I said we have a general rule or general term that say Tn is equals to a plus into n minus 1 times d. Okay, a, it is the first term. Now I guess it's a first term. Okay, a is the first term, so that means it's 1 plus into n minus 1. What is our d? We find our d to be 3, so that means here I will multiply by 3. Hence let us remove the brackets. That means it will be 1 plus 3n minus 3. This should be 3n minus 3 plus 1, which is 3n minus 2. So that is our general term. So whenever they say find the general term, that is how you find it. Okay, now let's say now the next question now changes from this one. We are asking for something different again now. Okay, let's check. Yes. Okay, now let's say now the following question says what manje? Says now determine or calculate. Determine uT number 54. How do I determine term number 54? What does it mean when it's written like this? It means one thing. It means where there is n, I must substitute 54. So that means I will have what? I will have Tn being 3n minus 2. Where there is n, I substitute what? 54. Let's do it. So that means I'll have Tn is equals to 3 open brackets 54 minus 2. Okay, now whenever you have something like this, you can punch your calculator. Then if you punch your calculator, you will have 160. Okay, now let's continue. So now the last question I can ask here is that let's check. Okay, I wanted to reduce this one. Okay, now then the next question I can find here, which term is equal to 43. Now what do they mean, which term? Whenever they are looking for which term, please say this with me. Which term, number of term. Which term, number of term. Which term, number of term. What are they looking for? They're looking for n. So that means I will say what? Tn is equals to 3n minus 2. Where there is Tn, I will substitute 43. So that means I'll have 43 equals to 3n minus 2. Then solve for n. Take this and transpose it to the other side. If I transpose, I'll have 45 is equals to 3n. Okay, now if I divide by 3, I know that my n should be 15. Okay, so which term? It is the 15th term. Therefore, this is how I have written my sequence and series. Okay, so this is just a basic of it.